Welcome to The Next. I'm Alana Flynn.
And I'm Jackson Kurtz.
This is our last show until January. We have the latest on the charges against former Trump advisor Michael Flynn, the GOP tax bill vote in the Senate, and the serial killer that terrorized the Tampa Bay area has been caught. But on a more positive note, a look at the Festival of Trees in downtown Lawrence. Will we catch you down the street at the Christmas parade tomorrow?
I may be there.
Yeah? Dressed up as Santa Claus?
Yes. Not the Grinch.
Perfect.
And in entertainment, another one bites the dust. Matt Lauer fired after allegations of sexual misconduct surface. A new coming-of-age movie breaks ratings records, and a big news coming from across the pond. Plus, the Infinity Avengers Trinity War has us all shook.
All that and more coming up on The Next. Welcome to The Next. I'm Alana Flynn. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn pleaded guilty today of lying to the FBI about conversations with the Russian ambassador. Protesters shouted, "Lock him up," as he left court this morning. During the 2016 election, Flynn helped popularize the campaign chant, "Lock her up," regarding Hillary Clinton's email sent on a private server. A statement released by special counsel Robert Mueller's team says Flynn has decided to assist investigators. Flynn says he was advised to have these back-channel conversations. Several national media outlets are saying the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is the one who directed him to do that. White House legal counsel Ty Cobb released this statement. Today, Michael Flynn, a former national security advisor at the White House for 25 days during the Trump administration and a former Obama administration official, entered a guilty plea to a single count of making a false statement to the FBI. The false statements involve mirror the false statements to White House officials, which resulted in his resignation in February of this year. Nothing about the guilty plea or the charge implicates anyone other than Mr. Flynn. The conclusion of this phase of the special counsel's work demonstrates again that the special counsel is moving with all deliberate speed and clears the way for a prompt and reasonable conclusion. Top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff, says this is not the last shoe to fall. Federal officials indicted a Lawrence businessman in an alleged $15 million bank loan scheme. A news release from the U.S. Department of Justice says bank executive and loan officer Troy Gregory falsified information in loan documents, stealing $15 million from dozens of Kansas-based banks using the information. The DOJ says beginning around 2007, Gregory got the large construction loan only after providing bad information about the project and the creditworthiness of some of his borrowers. Gregory's LinkedIn profile says he is currently a partner with DJT Student Housing Group. Its current apartment projects in Lawrence include Eagle Ridge, Woodward, and the Woods of Old West Lawrence. But we emphasize that the federal news release does not say which, if any, of those complexes are related to the charges. Gregory faces 1 count of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, and 2 counts of making false statements. The Senate will vote on their version of the GOP tax reform today. Hannah, when can we expect a vote by?
So the Senate plans to vote later today. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says that they have the votes to pass the tax cuts and jobs bills. At least 50 GOP senators have said that they support the proposed Republican tax bill. 50 members is actually enough to pass the bill because Vice President Mike Pence can cast the tie-breaking vote. The bill now includes a $10,000 deduction for state and local property taxes. That helped secure the vote for Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine. She says GOP leaders are still working through a few more issues and are making great progress. Another senator, previously undecided, announced his support. Arizona's Jeff Flake got the promise he wanted from the Senate GOP leadership and the Trump administration. His request was growth-oriented legislation of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program.
So Hannah, what would this mean in regards to health care?
It would actually repeal the part of the Obamacare Act that requires you to have health insurance or you have to pay the fine.
Okay, and as far as tax breaks go, what should everyone expect?
So some tax benefits would go away for many Americans in the long term, and it also actually gives some majority cuts to corporations.
Okay, and that's why Democrats are calling this tax code a handout to corporations and the rich, but Republicans say it will provide much-needed tax relief to middle-class families. Great, thank you so much, Hannah. The man Tampa police say is a serial killer who was terrorizing neighborhoods there is in custody. They arrested Howell Emmanuel Donaldson III Tuesday after he left a bag containing a loaded gun with his McDonald's coworker. The manager contacted a police officer who was eating in the restaurant at the time. Tampa's police chief says the same gun shot and killed 4 people in Seminole Heights between October and November. Police say Donaldson admits to owning the gun, but not to the 4 killings. All of the victims were either getting on or off a city bus or were at a bus stop when they were shot. Students who wanted to know their HIV status got free testing on campus this week. The Watkins Health Center placed tables at the Kansas Union Wednesday and at Anschutz Library yesterday. The free testing was in honor of World AIDS Day today. They also gave safe sex kits to those waiting for their results and to students who were passing by. One KU student says it's important to him to get tested to know the status of his health, and he also likes how convenient the testing is.
The fact that it's like here and it's free on campus every 6 months, which is how often you're supposed to get tested for HIV, it just makes it easier to go and come here and get tested for that kind of things.
If you missed the free event, Watkins has year-round STI testing with an appointment, and they'll bill it to your insurance if you'd like. Warren is here in the studio with a quick look at the weather right now. Warren, how's it looking out there?
Hey, Alana, thanks. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. 60 degrees out there right now with mostly sunny skies. There is a slight little breeze out there, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting up to 20. But all in all, we have been seeing some very nice weather here in Lawrence, Kansas, and that's looking to stick around for the weekend. Now let's take a look and see what we have going on across the country. A little system up in the Pacific Northwest giving them some rain up there. But all in all, we aren't really seeing much else across the country. Some spotty light showers down the southwest of the country, Midwest here, and parts of the mountains are seeing some light snow as well, but we really aren't seeing much. Yellowstone, though, is getting a little bit of snow, a little light snow falling there right now. Old Faithful Geyser is definitely starting to look a lot more like winter there than it is here. So I have some good news for us. We aren't expecting much in the form of snowfall, but we will see a sharp little cold front moving in our way. I will have a much more detailed forecast for you coming up in the show. Alana?
Thanks, Warren. Coming up after the break, Jackson has the latest on entertainment with a big confession by Jay-Z, baby news, and a royal engagement. Stick around.
Another Twitter feud, a huge movie trailer, and an exclusive interview. All that coming up. As many as 8 women have come forward with allegations of inappropriate sexual behavior against ex-Today Show anchor Matt Lauer. After the immediate firing from the Today Show, Lauer released a statement saying, "What is being said about me is untrue or mischaracterized. There is enough truth in these stories to make me feel embarrassed or ashamed." And now it's Matt Lauer's ex-wife who is now speaking out, saying he's just a very giving person and charming, and I think a lot of stuff is going to come to light. There's also been reports that Lauer is asking his former network for a $30 million payout. Cue the wedding bells. Prince Harry will marry American Meghan Markle. Since the announcement, Markle's past has been drawn to the surface. Markle also starred on the hit drama series Suits. She starred across opposite of her boyfriend on screen, Patrick J. Adams, who sent out this tweet after Meghan and Harry's engagement was announced. She said she was just going to get some milk. Oh, it's terrible. The Philadelphia Eagles even sent out a tweet celebrating the engagement. Carson Wentz weighs in on yesterday's win. Wait a minute. And for the record, folks, Carson Wentz and Prince Harry look almost identical, so there's the confusion. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle say they will have a spring wedding. The coming-of-age movie Lady Bird is officially the best-reviewed movie ever on the review site Rotten Tomatoes. Starring actress Saoirse Ronan and first-time solo director Greta Gerwig's Lady Bird was certified fresh with a 100% score with over 165 reviews. The New York Film Critics also named its Best Picture winner for 2017, drawing in some major Oscar buzz. Lady Bird is in theaters now. In a recent interview with the New York Times, rapper and media mogul Jay-Z opened up about politics, race, and rap. However, the interview is getting much attention for Jay-Z's admittal to cheating on Beyonce. "It's the hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you cause and having to deal with yourself," said the 45-year-old rapper. He went on to say that him and Beyonce are now working on a joint album. He also revealed his relationship with former friend Kanye West, saying, "He's my brother. I love Kanye, I do. But for real, he cheated on Beyonce." It's a big one. Social media star Chrissy Teigen announced her second pregnancy on Instagram last week with her first daughter, baby Luna, and it's pretty adorable.
Luna, what's in here?
Baby.
Is it a baby?
The caption also said, "It's John's," referring to her husband, John Legend. Coming up, we have another classic Twitter feud, a superhero team up, and just more Twitter. We'll be right back. After much anticipation, the first trailer for the next Avengers Marvel movie, Avengers Infinity War, is out, teaming up Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor, and Doctor Strange, and many more of your favorite Marvel heroes. The movie has over 60 million views on YouTube. Fans were also quick to point out many noticeable things from the trailer, including Captain America without his shield and his sweet beard, Spider-Man got a dope new suit, and the Black Panther storyline making a big appearance in a big way. Cap himself, aka Chris Evans, praised the film on Twitter, simply saying, "Holy moly." The heroes also posed for a series of photos for Vanity Fair. Infinity War comes out in May 2018. And just when we thought there was not going to be any more celebrity versus politician feuds, bam, we get Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore versus late night comedian Jimmy Kimmel. Kimmel has been mocking the politician for sexual assault allegations, and Roy Moore did not take kindly to the criticism. Moore said on Twitter, "If you mock our Christian values, come down here to Alabama and do it man to man." Jimmy Kimmel was quick to respond, saying, "Sounds great, Roy. Let me know when you get some Christian values, and I'll be there." And then he later went on to say, "Wear that cute little leather vest." Just what's going on there. And finally, this week wouldn't be complete without a viral Twitter meme. It started with a single innocent tweet from rapper Tyler, the Creator, that says, "I have 8 friends," which to a lot of people seem to relate to. But then Twitter users started quoting the tweet and adding jokes, like this first one here. "I have 9 friends, other friend. I don't really care about net neutrality. I have 8 friends." "I have 9 friends. Toxic by Britney Spears isn't even that good. I have 8 friends." It's a great song. "I have 7 friends. Drunk around the bathroom. Oh my God, I seriously love your top. Me, I have 8 friends." How dare you insult Britney Spears like that? And this girl came and gained a friend. If anything, this taught us to get rid of those people in our life that don't care about net neutrality, Britney Spears, because Toxic is just a great song. It's amazing. That's all for entertainment. After the break, Alana will have the latest on a new sushi bar in downtown Lawrence. Sounds yummy. A live look at the Festival of Trees and your weather. Stick around.
It's a beautiful day.
The city has welcomed several new sushi spots to Lawrence this year, but the most recent one does more than just serve up raw fish. Sushi Co. had its grand opening event last night. The owners say that the atmosphere and presentation is what sets their restaurant apart. The head chef approaches each dish as a work of art. He says he wants every meal to be an experience. From simple rolls to fish on fire, they even call the way they present the cocktails masterpieces.
Many chefs doesn't do practice. They gotta make just a simple cut roll, but I don't like it. I want to make something specialty, you know? Yeah.
The restaurant is open 7 days a week, but closed daily from 3 to 5 p.m. They say they even have a KU student discount. Basketball season is upon us, but there is definitely more going on in KU sports. Playmakers is here to catch us up on what's happening this week in sports.
All eyes will be on Kansas. And that about does it for your Playmakers Sports Report. Reporting on behalf of the Next, I am Jack Nadeau.
Thanks, Jack. It's finally beginning to look a lot like Christmas here in Lawrence. That's partially because of the 31st annual Lawrence Festival of Trees. The event each year helps out families in need. The trees you see here are all for sale. Local groups donated and decorated them. The festival will auction off to raise money for charity. This year, all proceeds are going to the Children's Shelter in Lawrence. If you want to get in the Christmas spirit and check it out for yourself, the event lasts until December 3rd. All right, Warren, it's December 1st. Are we going to hit cold, or do I need to keep wearing a coat? Tell me what's going on.
Well, eventually we'll cool off, but as of right now, we really are, it's extremely warm out there. It's not starting to feel like Christmas at all whatsoever. So out there right now, 60 degrees. This is our East Lawrence camera at the train station. I bet a lot of people didn't even know that we had a train station here, but we do. So on the east part, mostly sunny skies out there, 10 to 15 miles per hour. So today is the first day of meteorological winter. So that means that meteorologists define December, January, and February as the 3 coldest months out of the year. So the actual winter season doesn't start until the winter solstice occurs in 20 days. But until then, our amount of daylight is just going to continue to decrease. We are at a 7:21 a.m. sunrise. We're only seeing about 9.5 hours of daylight, and then sunset has fallen below 5 o'clock to a 4:59 sunset. So it's just going to keep decreasing until about 4:55 until that winter solstice. And then once we hit that, the days will start to get a little longer each day. So today we saw 60 degrees, quite a bit above average actually, about 13 degrees. We're around 47 usually for this time of year. If you're heading out tonight, 52 at 5, but then we head on into the 40s when you head on into tonight. So it's going to be chilly, so definitely bring a jacket. If you're heading out to the parade tomorrow on Mass Street, it's going to be 50 degrees around 11 o'clock, and as the day progresses, it's just going to continue to gradually warm up to an afternoon high right around 60 degrees. So tomorrow's going to be beautiful. So get out and enjoy that parade. It's going to be a great morning on Mass Street. 60 degrees tomorrow, 65 on Sunday, and 65 on Monday. Gorgeous. Get out and enjoy it, because before you know it, it's going to be cold, it's going to be snowing. So just really get out there. And then we have this cold front that is expected to sweep through our part of the country on Monday night into Tuesday morning. 47 degrees as your high on Tuesday. It is more like average, but it's definitely a cold snap. Definitely. I don't know if I'm ready for it. What about you guys?
I am not ready for it.
Are you serious? I love the cold weather. I mean, I'm living out these last few days outside as much as I can,
Right.
but as soon as I can snuggle in with a little snow, I'm going to be a very happy camper.
Exactly.
The hot chocolate, all that's
Oh,
so
yum.
great. It is December, which means there's only a few weeks left of the semester, and the final stress is upon all of us. But it's also the most wonderful time of the year. Andy Williams, great song. Christmas activities, so much is going on. And if you're feeling festive already, the 25th annual Lawrence Christmas Day Parade is this Saturday, December 2nd at 11 a.m. as Warren mentioned. It will take place en masse starting at the 7th, mass ending at South Park, featuring horse-drawn cages, wagons, bells, free donations, or it's free, but bring donations for the Toys for Tots drive. And I mean, are you gonna go? I might kind of go.
Oh, I go every single year. I've gone all 4 years so far.
Events on Mass Street are always a good time, so might as well go down, and then you can eat and stuff after. So
It's awesome.
Well, and I remember the Toys for Tots thing, one of my favorite things growing up. My parents and I would go Black Friday shopping to buy as many toys as cheap as we can to donate. So I love this cause. This is a great
awesome.
idea.
you're awesome.
Oh my goodness. In Kansas City, check out the Heartland Men's Chorus with their holiday show. The Folly Theater in Kansas City will host it tomorrow at 8 p.m., December 3rd at 4 p.m. Tickets range from $15 to $40 and are available at hmckc.org. And actually, our very own news director, Chad Curtis,
That was
is
his picture
in the
up there.
ensemble. That's him, who you saw up there. So
I would pay $40 to go see Chad sing.
I would pay a lot of money.
I would go.
It's
I
in
would
Latin, like, I want to go.
In Latin. He sings in Latin.
He's a jack of all trades.
It's incredible.
And to continue the weekend of holiday festivities, there will be a holiday extravaganza featuring arts and crafts vendors from Kansas. That is also Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Sports Pavilion at Rock Chalk Park. And it's also free. There's going to be concessions provided by Sandbar Subs. Ooh, that's so good.
I'll go anywhere with free subs.
Yeah, oh my
Yum.
gosh.
Plus Christmas bazaars. Can you get much better? It's like so festive and
Love
perfect.
Christmas.
Always go with your grandma.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing to do with your grandparents.
Yeah. It's a good thing that they're doing these events this weekend because it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Next
Love
weekend,
that.
maybe not so much. So good
And
thing.
before we're all stressed studying for finals
Exactly.
and the whole nine.
We're gonna have a fun,
no.
goofy time before we have to really bunker down and settle in for the holidays. So, hey, that is all for us here at the Next until January. From all of us here, happy holidays, and we will see you next semester.